Okay, so I know this is weird, but let me tell you really quick why I'm still in bed. And it's only because I've got a headache. And I was tasked to start making these videos in preparation for my birthday. And I procrastinated all this week because I wasn't ready and I didn't know what I wanted to say. And yeah, to be fair, there's a lot going on this month, but this is really, really important to me. So it's important enough for me to let this first video be the potentially the least polished. And that's okay, because that means this is as bad as it gets, right? So I've got this event that I'm planning, and it's going to be awesome. Okay. I am preparing for my birthday. And I'm going to turn the big 40. And I'm excited about that. I'm really, really excited about it. I don't feel, any angst about the number or anything. I only feel excited because of what I'm getting ready to do for me. And that's normally how I handle my birthdays. I usually just step out and do something for me that, it's nobody else could do it for me. There's nobody else could do this for me. Brought some talking notes so that I don't talk just around in a bunch of circles. But I'm so excited for this birthday just because it is the 40. And things like spoken at conferences that I didn't think I could for my birthday. I've taken myself to like magic shows. I produced a show for my birthday. That's like the act of service for me is to like accomplish something. But right now I have like a pounding headache, and I was like, but like time is of the essence. I really can't stop. Well, I can stop, which is why I'm kind of doing both. I'm stopping and letting my body get what she needs, while at the same time acknowledging that I still need to move on, even if I have to move on, not bringing everything I wanted to bring to it, but I just had to get started. And sometimes getting started means just starting. So for the past, I could say the past year, for the past year, I have decided to take the book that I've been writing probably for the past 20 years. Yeah. It's been longer than that, but I know I officially intended to use my journal, some of my journal entries. I have like a ton of journals. I decided to use my journals as to write a book because they capture time and they capture me in time. They capture learnings and wisdoms. They capture moments that I really can't even explain until I go back and look. And what's interesting is, since I've decided to do that, I've struggled to journal right now because in the reality it's probably the avoidant in me. Sometimes I just wanted the time to go, let the moment go, hurry up and go, and I didn't want to feel it. And so especially now to go forward and know I'm probably gonna put it in a book, I'm still processing that. But for now, just know for my birthday, it's turning into a book. And so I'm really excited to share this work with you because again, we're talking about 40 years. And I will give you a little bit more onto that in my next video. But for now, like I said, I just wanted to get started. I wanted to, wet your palate a little bit and let you know what was coming. So the book is about her journey, her faith, and what's ahead. And I think it's really cool too when I cut on my laptop that it's got this background on here. This is not my room. But this background is a part of this work because I'm also a minister, so I do a lot of different things. But one of the things that I get to do is I get to minister. And the last time that I ministered last week, we got snowed in. We're in the Midwest, and we got snowed in. So I decided to do something creative, and I preached from my bed, and I preached with this background, and I preached about walking in the light. And I mean, like, that sermon kept me up all night, y'all. That sermon kept me up all night. And it's so cool the way Yahweh works, because it was when I woke up that I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. And then the, creative juices started flowing, and we just went with it. And so now, here we are, here I am, getting ready for this event, and and I'm really excited about it. So that's about my faith. My faith has brought me a very long way, which is why it's so important for me to capture it. A lot of my journals are written in forms of prayer. I remember when I was a kid that I started doing that. Like, it started off as being like, dear diary, or hey, and what I realized was I was struggling to write without having an audience. And what I decided was that my audience was going to be the lover of my soul, the creator of my universe, and the one who is able to keep and hold me from now into forever. And so I started addressing my journals to Yahweh, and it changed the way that I connected with my thoughts. It changed the way that I connected with my writing, and it changed the way that I dealt with my faith. And I like that. I like that I get to do that. And so now to be here approaching the big 4-0, I'm excited that I get to share it. I get to share my faith just by sharing the type of things just by sharing my prayers. And so that's gonna be really cool. That's gonna be really cool. Let's see, sharing my journey. Man, what a journey, what a road. I was just having a conversation with someone this week, and it was cool because they were asking me questions about me, and the questions they were asking me about me were further back than the more recent versions of me that I've been sharing with people. So I'm from Illinois. I like to say Chicagoland area. And I moved out of that area recently. And it was after a particular chapter in my life. But after that chapter was what I spent most of my time focusing on. So today, where I work for, a recovery community organization, and a lot of our work is around our lived experience and the way that we connect with people. So this level of vulnerability is not new to me, just because I know firsthand that sometimes the best thing you can do is show up. Even if you're not your best, showing up is still a win. And so maybe that's a wisdom for somebody even now. Like, sometimes just showing up is a win, even if you ain't got, you ain't got all your stuff together. You ain't got all your, you're not presenting the way you would like to present. Showing up is half the battle. How you're going to even be able to move, because an object in motion tends to stay in motion. So keep moving. So when I was having these conversations about who I was, or some of the journeys that I've been on, the rides I've been on, I had stopped at a particular spot because that was the most recent ride I got off of. And so the ride of relationships, the ride of being a mother, the ride of accepting my call into ministry, the ride of finishing my, educational studies, academic studies, the ride of moving to a new place and having to like rebuild my life here, while co-parenting, um, like that stuff is just the most recent chapter. The chapter before that goes into like the ride of losing a parent, the ride of growing up in church and then walking away from the church, the ride of, the relationship with me and my mom, which I put into my very first play. There's so many there, right? Like life takes us through so many different chapters. You're gonna live, if you're lucky, you'll live multiple lives. And it's not to say like you're schizophrenic or anything, but it's because you change and evolve and you reinvent yourself. And then when you reinvent yourself, you approach life from a different perspective. You make different choices, and those choices shape and form the next version of you and the next types of relationships that you attract and that you entertain, and the ways in which you decide to parent and the choices that you make in that space. This book, this publishing journey is about that. And so I'm excited to invite you all on that journey with me, which is why I'm writing it. I absolutely am confident that there's going to be some wisdom in this project that you can take from. And I am hoping that it will, be just the beginning of a relationship moving forward, of me just practicing, not keeping all this wisdom to myself. Because I know I don't look for any, but the girl is getting there, And I'm prayerfully there are going to be so many more journeys ahead. So I wanted this video, since it's going on my personal page, not to be like super formal, because I am formal naturally. Making sure that it is polished, and that's, because you just never know. And so I hope that this helps somebody. I hope that you'll come on this journey with me. I've got other videos that I'm just looking right now. I got so many videos that I haven't even posted yet. And it's probably for multiple reasons, but hopefully we'll be able to get to all of that. And hopefully you'll be able to come with me and find all the things that brought you here in the first place. And maybe, we'll connect. Maybe I'm your people. And you'll be able to pull something from me. I know people, are always looking for someone to connect with. So maybe that's me for you. Maybe that's you for me. Just keep following along with me. Come back and check me out. Like, share, comment. What's this? Heart. My son made that for me. It's on my bed. But all right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll come back. Y'all be well, okay?